Hello, good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Hope everybody is doing good. Welcome to Astrovedic Solutions Part 1 series of Vimshottari Dasha and our hands and fingers. So, we are going to discuss some of the points here. It's a very simple video. The only thing which I thought of explaining this is I thought there is a link. So, I thought of just explaining it through video and inviting your thoughts on that so that everybody can progress equally in astrology. So that is the purpose of this video. Now, to understand this, keep the two hands of ours in this fashion. Keep exactly in the same fashion because your left hand should be tilt both reverse both the hands and keep it like this as explained in this picture. And if you are seeing, the left hand is starting with thumb, which is number 1, then followed by the ring finger, which is 2, then the middle finger is 3, and the forefinger is 4, and the little finger is 5. Like that the left hand is going. Then the right hand is starting from the little finger, and then after that is 6, then the ring finger is coming with 7, then the middle finger 8, the forefinger is 9, and the 10 is thumb. Similarly, you go with 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, which is ending with thumb. So what are we going to do now is, after you are keeping this particular hand and the finger in this particular fashion, we are going to study about the dasha. So we are seeing none of the planets are falling in the left hand. How is that happening? Now if we started with left hand, we started and found there is no planets which is falling in a dasha which is having 5 years. Then the first dasha which is starting is sun. So the sun is on the right hand, the little finger is sun. Then the ring finger corresponds to the two planets which is having 7 years. What are they? Mars and Ketu. And subsequently 8 and 9 there is no planet dasha which is there for 8 and 9 years. But 10 there is a dasha. What is that? It is called moon dasha. So we are saying thumb is the moon dasha. And subsequently we have seen 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 there is no planets which is falling under that particular period in the dasha system of Vimshottari. Is there any planet which is falling in the 16 years? No. 17 years? Yes, there is a planet called Mercury. So Mercury is also joining the Mars and Ketu over here. That is how I have put that in the explanation here. Now middle finger is Jupiter, which is again 18 years. Ring finger is 19 and the thumb is 20 years. So if you see that the two Jala planets are controlling, which is Venus and Moon on the thumb. So what is thumb? We have to see that, right? So in the next slide I have explained what is little finger. Little finger is there to say that I am here to communicate. Forefinger says I am here to teach. Middle finger says I am here to study. Ring finger says that I am. That means I am the man who I am. And thumb I control. So let us go and talk about this in a reverse way. I have told you that there are two planets, Moon and Venus Jala, which is controlling. What is that it is controlling actually? The Moon from the Kalapurusha, Aries to Pisces, the fourth house is controlled by Moon, right? So fourth house is our mental peace of mind, happiness, and it is also about our shelter, the home which we are making. So what is it explaining is, it is saying that I will put a control mechanism over there. You cannot occupy the complete earth. So everybody, whomsoever you are, whether you are so much rich or ultra rich or a millionaire, you have to have only some few portion of the earth which you are going to occupy. You cannot buy the whole world, by means of living. It does not have no meaning. So what you are going to do is only some 1 or 2, 3 houses, 4 houses, 5 houses, that's all. What you will do with multiple houses which is not occupied, right? So that is what it is saying, that I will put a control mechanism over there. Then Venus is the house lord of second and the seventh. So second house is our family, our wealth and our bank balance and everything which is related to the second house, Kudumpa. And seventh house is all about our married life and the marital partner, which is spouse. So the moment we are getting married, we will be having that control mechanism over there. Thumb, that is family and the marital life. Then the middle finger is talking about I study. So what is that middle finger is talking about? It is Jupiter. Jupiter is the natural house of ninth and 12th. Ninth house is a house of religion. It is a house of philosophy. It is a house of Vedas. It is a house of manuscripts. So many things which is there where you want to study and explore many things, right? To explore. So these kind of parameters are there. 12th house is a house of moksha. So if you want to liberate, you have to study how to liberate. You cannot just take a moksha by that. You have to have some kind of a studying mechanism. You should have that knowledge through the study to get that moksha. So the middle finger says, I will study for that purpose. Who is supporting for that? Jupiter. And the ring finger says, I am. What is that I am stands for here? Saturn is the natural Kalapurusha owner for 10th house and 11th house of Capricorn and Aquarius respectively. So whom you are in the society is also depend upon what profession you are and what kind of income you are gaining and what is the status in your society. That all will determine who you are. Right? So if your position, if you are having a career of a prime minister, you will say that, oh, I am a prime minister. But if you say that I am a laborer in a normal mechanical shop, you will say that I am a mechanical shop laborer. So what that particular I am stands for is also linked with your career and your income generating capacity. And little finger says, I am here to communicate. So what does it indicating? That communication stands for here is, the communication stands for is the fifth house is a governor for the sun, right? Sun is the little finger. So if you want to communicate, first and foremost, you have to be what is the purpose of any creation? It is the purpose of any creation is to make you to understand what is the purpose of life. So it is clearly wish to communicate what this is how your birth is, and it is what I am supposed to do. The moment you are getting birth, you cannot say that, sorry sir, I don't know what to do. So you will be naturally dragged to some kind of work on every day. So it is trying to communicate for what purpose you are born, and in slow progress of time, it will teach you before you are leaving from this world. What is the purpose in which you are getting birth? So now going to the left and right hand principle, we have seen that none of the planetary system falling under the left hand, and every planet has been arranged only on the right hand. So the left hand has always been associated with an evil, right? So the Latin word for left hand is called a sinister, which means dark and evil in English. So the devil always approaches from the left hand side. That is why we are not doing any kind of activity from the left hand side unless if he is a left hander. But the right hand is very useful working on the other side, the one which you work. So the Latin word for this is called as dexterity. Dexterity or dexterous. So it is very dependable and it is very flexible. So now what we are going to gather the information is, the left hand is always associated with an evil, right? So suppose if a dasha is running, for example, sun dasha is running, the sun dasha will keep on running with whatever the planetary motion portion it is covering in your chart, doesn't matter. But you should protect the left hand side principle, which is the evil which is coming from your left hand side. You should stop. If you are not able to stop the evil, it will come and attack and naturally destruct your dasha also. So what is that particular thing is there? So it is all about your character, your thoughts, your process, your mental process. So there are so many parameters where you have to refine yourself. So this is why the left hand has been associated like this. So that is what I have understood. Okay. So now I leave it to you about these thoughts. This is not explained anywhere.